Okay, so yeah, we can just start, Haylee, with a bit about what was going on in your life before we started working together.
Yeah, for sure. So, kind of before I was introduced to you, which I was by my mom, so it's kind of funny. But before I was introduced to you, I struggled with a lot of negative thinking. And even working through the program, I just realized like my life was, I was running it around all my negative thinking. Like if I had plans with somebody, I would always try and plan the outcome and it be negative. So I always found like my mind, as soon as something would pop in there, it was never positive at all. It was always negative, negative, negative. And it was taking a toll on me, and it was making me not the person I wanted to be. And people were even not wanting to be around me and that kind of stuff. And it kind of took me to like lose some people to realize like, okay, Haylee, like you need to change something about yourself to become the person you want to be, or else you're just going to live your life for others and not yourself. And I'm a very emotional person, and I always thought emotions were bad. They weren't good to show, kind of thing, just because how when I was in high school, I was always like a tough girl kind of thing, and people never really looked at me as like an emotional girl, where I really was that type of I was really an emotional girl, but I just never liked to show it. And also I'm a people pleaser. I love making people happy, even if it doesn't make myself happy. I will always do what others want me to do, even when I don't know, even when I know it's not the right thing to do. So those are kind of the things that I struggled with before I was introduced to you, and they all kind of ran my life, and for the worst.
Yeah, and I think it's amazing you realize that too, and that especially with losing some people, a lot of times we still don't look at ourselves and go, okay, well, like, what am I doing to cause this, or how am I kind of contributing to it? So I think it's really amazing in the first place that you started to go, okay, like why is this happening, and like who is the person I am that's kind of creating some of this, and who is the person that I want to be.
Exactly, yeah. And it took me till probably finishing this program to realize like I need to live my life for me, not for anybody else, kind of thing, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I like the path.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's probably a very different path now, so it's nice.
Definitely a different path.
So what are some of the like biggest changes you noticed then from going through IPM and having like that community with the other women in here working with me? What's been the biggest change you've seen?
Honestly, the biggest change I've seen is the positive thinking coming into play first. So even like I loved kind of the way I ended the program was kind of at the end of 2019, beginning 2020. So it was, for me, I really loved the way that ended because it was a fresh start from the beginning. So, and I kind of had holidays up until going back into 2020 from work and all that kind of stuff. So even like going back to work, like I could just feel like my energy different. Like I wasn't worried about what people were thinking about me, or if people were watching me, or like, oh my God, am I going to do something wrong? Like I was just, and I'm just living my day by day. Every day is a new start. So one of the biggest changes I've noticed is that I have positive thinking throughout the day, and I feel like that's because I start my day with positive thinking. I start my day by looking in the mirror and telling myself, you're beautiful, you're great, like you're put on this planet for a reason, so let's make that worthwhile, kind of thing. So I feel like starting my day with those helps me extremely, which I've learned through the program as well. Using your affirmations, those kind of things, like those, you don't think they work, but once you start and you get into it, you see that that's what you start thinking. And that's another thing, like changing my negative thoughts into the positive. That's one big way of me changing my mindset and how I did it. Because working through the program, it taught you like when you have that negative thought, you can still have that negative thought, but change it into the positive way of it, and still feel the emotions, but look at it as the positive side. So I feel like that is the biggest outcome for me from this program.
Yeah, no, I'm so happy. And I think it's like, it's how we choose to focus on things, and whether we reframe it in a way that serves us, or we continue to get caught in like the rabbit hole of negativity.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, no. And then also one other thing too is when I first started this program and we started the Mondays calls, like a lot of people know, like I wasn't on video for those calls kind of thing. And that was because I was always scared to show if I started crying from somebody else sharing their stories, because I sure did, because it gets very emotional hearing the other lady's side of things and just relating to them. So I was always ashamed of, well, what if I show my face and I'm crying kind of thing. So it took me a couple Monday calls, I think it was 2 or 3 for sure, before I finally appeared on and people could see me. So, and I'm okay with my emotions now. Like I embrace them. Like if I cry, I cry. Like, and if somebody has a problem with it, that's not my problem. That's their problem, unfortunately, because I'm just a person that shows emotions, and everybody's different kind of thing. So that's another big thing I've accomplished, because I've always said I'm sorry for crying. Like I even, like in front of counselors, like I would sit there and bawl when they've probably seen a lot worse than me sitting in that chair, and I would be like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I shouldn't be crying. And why not? That's the one place that people should feel it's okay to cry. It's okay to tell them, share them with whatever. So I love how I'm comfortable with my emotional Haylee, because that's who I am.
Yeah. It's been such a cool journey for me to watch you and see that transformation, because like you said at the beginning, you weren't showing up on video, and to be able to watch, like the first time you did show up on video, and you could tell, it's a new thing, it's kind of out of your comfort zone, and there's like some fear or some like hesitancy about it, and then to see how, like, here we are now, even just talking back and forth, and it seems so natural and comfortable for you, and that's really huge, because it does show how much you've overcome and how much you've shifted how you see yourself, and what you're okay with and what you love about yourself.
Working through this program is, first off, how you love stuff that makes you happier. How are you supposed to love somebody else too, right? Like I've been in a 7-year relationship. I'm young, so I've had my boyfriend beside me through everything, and I'm honestly grateful, because he's always been supportive. He's helped me drastically through the program too, like reminding me things. Like I gave him a couple like pointers like each week, like, hey, if you see me doing this, like tell me this, or like do that kind of stuff. And he was more than willing to do it. So I'm extremely grateful for the support that I had through the program. And the IPM ladies, like they help drastically, even though I may not have been very like socialized on the Facebook page. Them posting and you reading them, like that's all you need really, because relating yourself to other ladies around the world is incredible. And I never thought doing that could help somebody so much in a way, because it's helped me, and it's going to help everybody in this program too. So that's also a very amazing thing.
Yeah. And it's that connection that gets created, and the support you realize you have that you maybe never noticed. And to just
Exactly.
to have that, like that rapport, and know that, wow, she's been through that too, or, oh, I've kind of felt that way before, and you just don't feel as alone.
Exactly. That's the thing. Like me and my mom have always had a great relationship, and she's always been there for me. So I feel like she's always been my rock kind of thing. And it's nice to know that I have other people to talk to other than just my poor mom, who listened and has listened to numerous years of me just blabbing about everything. And now it's nice that I can share it and get value and answers that will help me back once I share it, kind of thing. So I just love the community that this program has opened me up to.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. And it's been such a great time getting to know you and seeing all the things that you've done, and how much you've grown and everything. So I guess my last question is just if you have any other thoughts or anything about your experience that you wanted to add, or if you feel like you've said it all.
Yeah, one thing that I think I would just finish off just for other people or whatever, like honestly, like for myself, like the journey has just started with becoming and shifting my changes kind of thing. So just knowing that it's not going to be easy, it's still going to be hard, and just knowing that I have you that I could still fall back on if I need, or like the community, like I just want to thank you for everything you've done for me and for all of us, because I don't think I could get where I am today without you.
Well, thank you. I know. Now I'm starting to cry.
I just wanted to let you know that.
Yeah. No, I'm so happy, and honestly, like it has been amazing watching you grow, and being able to be a part of this. And like you said, it's not an easy journey necessarily. It is a lot of work and a lot of changing your habits and changing awareness and constantly being on top of everything you're going through. But I just think it's so amazing to see where you've gotten from this process, and now you'll just continue to move forward the way you want to, and have that graduate community. As some of these women finish up too, they'll be joining you really soon, and then you keep kind of like growing together.
Exactly. I'm very thankful for that. So thank you for everything.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for taking the leap. And I know when we first talked, like taking that step to like join a program and do something different and invest in yourself can be scary. And I do want to thank you for like having faith and realizing that you deserve this and being open to trying something different.
Yes, thank you.